Hey, got another mail day for you. This one I've been kind of putting off, so I got a few things extra, or it's going to be a longer video maybe. You don't recognize, this is the band that Boiled Tongue did a split with, Exian. That's the shirt that he also sent with it. But got a little grab bag of different stuff. First off, I'll start off with this greatness. I went ahead and purchased this drunkenly last weekend, but it's all the glam era Pantera. I Am the Night, Metal Magic, Projects in the Jungle, and this one I've listened to so much, Power Metal. Honestly, the only era of Pantera anyone should really be listening to. Overall, just my favorite. Now let's see. This is moving on to, let's say, this. My wife ordered this. This is Therian, the Celebrations of Becoming. It is a 4-disc live show concert series. My wife really loves Therian. I actually enjoy them quite a bit. I do prefer, the death metal earlier albums, but all their gothic albums did grow on me a hell of a lot more. Oh, this is actually a 6 one because it also has audio CDs of the show in Mexico. So these are all from different shows. Mexico City, a tour report with different songs in 16 different countries, live at Wacken, some video clip sections, and a historical disc with just 34 different songs, I'm assuming, with different locations and everything. So can't wait to watch that with her. I know she was thrilled to get it in, and thusly so am I. Now, just skipping over some video games. This also, kind of drunkenly, I was talking with one of my friends, Robert, about, he was wishing that they would do a video game where you just or a caveman, and you go around killing other cavemen. And I'm like, that already exists, that's Cry Primal. And I was sending him video links and stuff, and he's like, God, I'm going to get that. And I was was like, yeah, really, I should too. It's just good, mindless fun. So I got it on both PS4 and on PC. This because I thought this is what I'd end up playing it on. It was like $12 altogether shipped, and I had bid on this one I think beforehand for like $2, and I ended up paying with the shipping, I think $5 total because nobody else bid on it. So I might end up installing it on PC this weekend and playing it while my wife is playing Odyssey. But a couple of more games that I would like to try. At least the PC game I most likely install and start playing a little bit quicker than the other material. Oh, this is also some good dankness. This is the second issue of More Grot. It's a magazine that my friend up in Tennessee does. Just excellent, just death metal, focuses on just true underground, lots of killer art and interviews with people and everything. He's doing some excellent work here. Haven't had a time to sit down. I haven't even read the first one, which I definitely been wanting to. Just, with everything going on and normal work, it's always a bit hard, but I always make sure that I, keep up with John and his venture with this. And this also has the CDs. It's 2 discs. I think he did it as a, one, it's something where it was one side versus the other side, and I know I contributed to one of these sides a specific track. I'm on disc 1 for Flittering the Morgue. I specifically and like did a song for him just for that. A bunch of good old cards for Fallen Asylum, and one of these Take It to the Grave, more Grot. I mean, I don't wear it, but it's the fact that it's included with it. And it was something I don't think he even mentioned that would be included with it or coming with it. So, always appreciate it, John. Hopefully I can continue on contributing in some way and helping out whatever way. I know he already took pre-orders for the third one with a Die Hard edition with a shirt, and I already sent my pre-order for that. This one is coming from Poland. Always love the stamps from different countries, and it's just this I got directly from the band. I believe it's just directly. But this is Coffin, Nailed into the Coffin. Coffin with a K. From Morbid Chapter Records and Rotten Tomb Records. Just filthy, disgusting, old school death metal. Got the aesthetics down. Everything's fucking perfect in my eyes for all that good dank goodness. So, been looking forward to listen to it. I had been putting it on for about a week since I had gotten it in. Now, this is some other. Get to that. There's something. Oh my god, there's so much junk down here. This is something else. I actually ordered this from the band directly. This is Ascendancy, Eternal Empire. Greg Bilal, of course, uploaded this, and I listened to it all the way, and before I'd even reached all the way through, I had already ordered it, before even knowing it was from Iron Bonehead, which, if I'd known that, I would have just made like a huge order from Iron Bonehead. But, that's how it rolls. This is a discogs purchase where I was actually just going for this. This is vnvnation, Empires. Also kind of a drunk purchase while I was listening to on Gothic Industrial channel while drinking with the wife. And happened to find this. Like, I actually took pictures with my phone. That's the only reason why I can recall what I was listening to. And they had it up for sale for like a couple of bucks because there's some water damage and whatnot, and didn't have a problem, so I saw what else they could have. And this one, I swear I've heard this name before. This is A Fine Boat, That Coffin, exclamation point. Morse Section. I mean, I'm kind of familiar with Tor Johnson records, where it's like kind of dissonant, kind of goes with that trash art vibe as far as presentation. I mean, like, one of those printed large 3-inch discs that are still playable in like trucks and computers and whatnot, or in regular disc players. I'm trying to think of, I know As the Sun Sets did that before, and there's a couple other bands. This one also had water damage on it, so he had it for super cheap. Pried right apart. I don't mind that. I mean, I almost take it to aesthetics with the rest of the artwork. I mean, even the case itself is kind of shitty looking, but, you know, it all kind of works together for me with it. And this one I picked up because it was super cheap as well. This is a Hogcaller, Predestined for Hell. It's a gore grind band on Last House on the Right. You know, can't really change. I mean, talk too much about it. You know, songs like Flaming Bags of Shit, The Sweetest Race of Earth, Fishing with Elvis. You know, it's going to be goofy, gore grind. I don't know if they have any kind of slant to anything or message, but not important to me. Now, this is from Chaos Records. I've been meaning to order this. I finally got it in. This is Methodist, Ember Dawn. I've always enjoyed this artwork. I had listened to them. I had been wanting to pick it up for close to a year now or so. Or I think that's how long it's been out. And finally ordered it. And now I can finally listen to it, put it in my collection, and give it a good spin. Like a good, person who keeps up with all their purchases. This one, I believe I had ordered directly from the band as well. I think. This is Carnal Ruinnosis of Immortal Domain. Flago Records. This is their 2 demos together. The 2018 Immortal Domain and their 2019 Noxus of the Dead, or however it's pronounced. But it also came with a couple of pins. Hopefully it's picking that up. At least they're both different. That's pretty cool. Very nice. I need to get me some more pins made. I believe how. Oh, also I thought this was cool as hell. Nice little huggy for my drink with their name printed on it. I mean, they just threw it in, so I always appreciate stuff like that. Alright, this is my relapse order that I put in for a pre-order, because obviously I also wanted the new incantation. The Sect of the Sect of the Vile Divinities. I only had to hear one song. I didn't even need to necessarily listen to that song. I'm picking up everything Incantation ever puts out. Humongous influence, top 5 band for me. Highly influential on my vocals, a lot of my guitar playing, at least early on, and that still is just ingrained in my own guitar playing. So anything John does, I always go seek out and pick up. I also had pre-ordered this, the Primitive Man Immersion album. Like Primitive Man, I played with Ethan back with Clinging in the Trees of the Forest Fire a couple of times in New Orleans. Man, really cool dude. Never really got to talk to him too much. My vocalist did of the band I was in, but always seemed extremely awesome. He also complimented a couple of my other bands without even knowing who I am, so I thought that was pretty awesome. And I went ahead and picked up this because I amazingly never picked it up. But this is Ilsa, Corpse Fortress. I have enjoyed everything Ilsa has done, even though nothing has topped Frosthammer for me on the one, I guess you can say, breakthrough album, because it wasn't the very first one, but I can't even think of it. It's like, it begins with T, Tool, blah, whatever the shit, but nice, heavy, disgusting selection that I'm going to be getting to dive into this weekend. Where's all my other goodness? Okay, well, moving on to... Yes, these have been... I had ordered from Brazil, because the band's from Brazil, but it's not from the band. It's just someone who locally could able to get them from, and had them up. But this is Graph Spree. I ordered both of their albums. These are reissues. This is Reincarnation, and this is Motherfucker. I don't know why the slipcases for both have the same back, but either way, it's just some dirty, filthy death metal that one of my friends pointed out to me, and I sought out myself. Found that this guy, I don't know if he runs this label, Dies Iria or not, but because I remember putting in the order. He's like, I'm not going to be able to send it out for a few months. I hope that's no problem. Didn't care. I said, you send it whenever you can. I'm more than willing to wait. I want this material. I want it in physical form in my hands, regardless if it's original or first press. Whiskey and Coke. Somehow I think something is going missing. It's kind of annoying me off, but I'll go ahead and pull this one out. This is when I had ordered from 3G Records, and I had went ahead and ordered the vinyl version of Astric, Dogma. I really loved this album when it came out. If you're not familiar with them, they are I guess close you can say it to art grind. Just really noisy. Kind of sounds like a bit like Head Hits Concrete, but if they were only a 3-piece and not as brutal. How do I get out of that turd? But fantastic release, and they had this on sale for like super cheap, so I had to pick it up. Yeah, so I'll put it over here because I gotta put in a separate stack for my vinyl to sort away. This one I will hold off on till I find the other release. But coming up, oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. This is something that is, it's not quite new to me as what I know, but actually starting to collect some of it. I started collecting some vaporware. I got just been listening to it online. Got a gift card from work. So I started checking Amazon, and picked up 2 CDs. One of them I had to send back because it was mislabeled. But this is the first CD I picked up, was Onra. Nobody Has to Know. You know, it's classic like echo waves with a little bit of Malsoft. If you're not familiar, Pat Chennington discusses and dissects a lot of this stuff. This one I had listened all the way through. I enjoyed it. It was like $10. And one of the few things that was on CD and still in print that I could find. And this one, when I was exploring Ocean Grunge, which is also still in the vaporwave realm, really happy that I found this. It was on a shop somewhere, I think in Chicago, in their inventory where they have a online presence. But this is Sea of Dogs. They only pressed 50 of these cassettes, and then they did an anniversary press of 50 cassettes the following year. And this was from 5 years ago, but they happened to have it. This is Through the Fog and the Driftwood. I've loved the looks of it. I mean, it's a plain kind of off-colored gray, white cassette. It's hard to describe the music itself, but it's just something that had, like the third song, It's Over, has given me goosebumps listening to it each and every time. I can't even explain why it has, it just does. And this influenced me to start trying to take up doing some of that in the future, just for my own sake of enjoyment. And lastly, I know that a lot of people have been discussing this online or been starting to be aware of it, and they probably don't know I'm part of it unless they're my friends or whatnot. But my album with Evaporated Sores came out yesterday, and I got my copies in just earlier this week or last week. I have a copy of the black vinyl and one that It's already promised for someone else. And then I have these 2 clear ones that one's for me and one is also already spoken for. And I got my test press. We got 3 of them, for one for each member. So just happy to have it. It's my very first vinyl release, and I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of the response that has gotten, and thank everybody who's purchased one, because I know the clear is already sold out. I think there's a few copies left on our own Bandcamp, and I don't know how many of the black version is still up, but I know it's been selling extremely well. I mean, we already have a deal for our 2nd album that we already kind of started on. We're working on some splits, one of them specifically with another great band that I don't want to go into fully until all the details are done, but we already have the songs for it, and the vocals are being tracked, I think, next month. I also got my few copies of the cassette release. I know there's only a handful of these left up on Sentinel Ruin, and we got a few up on our own personal Bandcamp. I don't run the Bandcamp itself, so if somebody wants one, probably might need to hit up the Bandcamp page, because they have the bulk of whatever inventory we were given, because this all has been spoken for already, and some for my own copy, personal everything. So thank all the people who've enjoyed it. Everybody's reviewed it and amazingly have enjoyed it. I really didn't think it would be such an overwhelmingly positive response. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Sentinel Ruin. And thank all of y'all.